This is Will Billy Two Fist McGee with the nextlevelguitar.com. I'm here to show you some techniques on string skipping. It's a very popular technique within a lot of genres, everything from country, jazz fusion, and even metal. And here today I'll try to simplify a technique that a lot of players use, and maybe you can use it as well. We're starting here on the A string, and we're on the fifth fret on the D. We're going from there using my second finger on the 7th fret, which is E, and then going to the 9th fret, which is F sharp, and then moving along, we're going to the G string, and on the G string, we're at the 5th fret, starting with C, and then we go and move to the 7th fret, which is D, and we move to the 9th fret, which is E. Now, the whole thing with this is it's more of a gallop as far as going from one section to the next. So, I mean, using a technique which is hammering on, it becomes a little bit quicker than what a lot of times what you might hear as far as picking. More fluid, meaning that you don't hear more of a tack, you hear more of the notes because you're hammering on as opposed to picking. Like this. But the pattern, how the pattern actually is executed, is more of a gallop. Now the change in the lick is, instead of C, we're going to the 6th fret, C sharp, to D, to E. So. To give it a little more flair, you can easily do variations between both, just to kind of open it up. Most definitely, when you're practicing this, it is best to practice it slow. The reason is because there's a lot of things going on, and it takes a while to memorize this type of thing. Even though it's very simple, it is also tricky as far as when you start to really fly over it. And in order to execute things that are really quick, you have to be able to master them very slowly. Bring it up to tempo a little bit. Right now, and I want to kind of show you how to approach this. The initial attack is a downstroke. The next one is an upstroke, but you have to skip the D string, and then followed by a downstroke, and then back up to upstroke, downstroke. The thing with this technique, and when you're like basically pedaling on just a few notes and bouncing them around, is that you can use it in any kind of context that you want, as far as an interlude in a song, a mathematical kind of equation, but it still has I guess more of like a an ethereal kind of thing because you're pedaling against a couple of the C and C sharp in that, you know, on the fifth and on the sixth fret on the second part of that equation. By doing that and just relaxing, and it takes a while because your hands are going to tense up. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. You got to deal with it. They all deal with it. Power lifters get power. But no, I mean, seriously, have fun and take your time, man. I mean, it's like how guys like Frank Gambale and Paul Gilbert, those guys are like, you're gods in the realm of sweep picking and string skipping. Those guys put a lot of unhumanly man hours into what they do, but and you can too. You know, I mean, it was just a little patience. Like I said, if you have a metronome, starting out maybe like 80 beats per minute, and then gradually bringing it up to about like 110, 120. You know, within a bit of time, taking it on like 20 to 30 minutes a day. You'll see something. You'll see some change in your playing because you can add that to just basically any key or any style that you may be doing. It's also a great technique to play with another instrument in your band as opposed to soloing. If you have a piano player and you're pedaling back and forth on that, they're gonna jump in on it and have a good time because they can hold the bass down and seriously and throw down with you. I myself, I was improvising a lot with those two patterns, simply for the fact that just it's a really cool personal basis type thing when you're being creative and messing around with new technique. It's definitely it opens a lot of doors. You know, a few notes as opposed to a lot can actually do a lot of good. It sounds like a lot just how fast you're playing them, but it's not a lot of notes. We're talking a total of 6 notes here, 3 per string. Most importantly, all the guys that seriously play really quick, is a lot of patience in executing things, even if it takes a little bit longer than what maybe you're accustomed to as far as your how fast you learn things. Most importantly, don't limit yourself to any one position or scale. Go with your imagination, man. Go as far as you can go with all the scales in all different types of positions. You never know what kind of idea you might stumble on, and it might just be your next song. So definitely always keep that in mind. I'm not just trying to give you exercises just so you can sit there and exercise. Maybe it's something that you can kind of run down and throw in the, in the next session that you're just kind of, jamming, throwing down, and you might stumble on something that's worthwhile, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Will Billy, Two Fist McGee, and I've been with NextLevelGuitar.com. Check out all the different goodies we got going on, all the different levels of playing, and it's incredible. Of all the different styles, man. And we will see you soon here. Thank you.